All right, here we go. Second episode of Word Salad. Word Salad is our update video, our read, to be read, announcements, news, etc., etc. And so we're going to start right off with our video plans. The first video plan is the elusive exclusive Book Society. The next episode, we will be doing Ellis Peters' A Morbid Taste for Bones. It will be on Secret Fire Books channel. And as usual, with Paul Mortem, my buddies in the EEBS, Secret Fire and Paul Mortem, we are joined this time by our special guest, Brian from Bad Taste Books, the mystery, kind of ghostly fourth member of EEBS. Unofficial. It's unofficial. We love him. We love Brian. And this time, Grammaticus is coming on EEBS. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we have a special guest. Tim's dad is coming on. That's going to be wacky. I really hope that Jake does a lot of embarrassing. It's going to be fun to watch Tim squirm. So that is on Tim's channel, March 22nd at 7 p.m. It will be live. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be live. Tim's channel, Secret Fire. There's a link down there. The next video, we might as well just mention the next EEBS video because we already have it planned. And I actually have this book. What the hell is it? The next book is the Parasaurians here, Robert Wells. Jake read a book by Robert Wells and really liked it, so he chose this crazy dinosaur here book, Robot Dinosaur. That's going to be on the 5th. What's next month? March, April 5th. I don't remember the time, but I do remember our guest. It's going to be Richard from Vintage SF. So that also is going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be another episode of one of these, so I'll give more the details when that happens. And yeah, so for EEBS, that's what we got going on. Then I'm also, there's a lot of little book clubs here, man. I don't know. Are we burning it? Is it all old hat already? Are we burning out the fun? Maybe not. I don't think so, because the next one that I'm a part of is, again, Brian, Bad Taste Books, my fucking dude. It's my dude. Oh, and my other guy, Eric from the Paperback Warrior. Me and Brian are going to be guests on Paperback Warrior. We are going to be talking about, man, I had all this stuff set. We're going to be talking about The Terror Truckers, The Butcher, number 26 by Stuart Jason. Yeah, it's not his real name. That's a house name. I didn't look up to see who did it, but I do know that Michael Avalone, that's how you say it, by the way. Thank you, Eric. Eric left a comment in my last review video for the Satan Sleuth. If you haven't watched that, go check it out. And I pronounced it Michael Avalone, and it's not. He said that it's Avalone, but it's not Avalone, so I like it. It's pretty good. It's not as good as A, but E is pretty good. So yeah, I'm not sure when this will be coming out. This one's going to be pre-recorded, though. This isn't a live one, but it's going to be a lot of fun because this book takes place in Dayton, Ohio, which is where we're at. So it really made my motherfucking day. Yeah, this was so much fun, and I'm looking forward to that discussion. And then finally, collaboration-wise, me and Speculative Reader, the highly intelligent, highly well-spoken, unlike this gobbledygook channel, I'm inviting him on to talk about some sleaze here with The Gang Girl. I finally got my copy, Chris, friend. So, yeah, we can start planning that. Gang Girl by Don Elliott, a.k.a. Robert Silverberg. So I cannot wait to get Chris from Speculative Reader on here, because if you've watched his videos, they're very intelligent. He breaks down the philosophies of all this stuff that's going on in these sci-fi books. I can't wait to see what philosophies he's got to say about Gang Girls. We're dragging people down into the mud with us. We're going to grab all you sci-fi guys, drag you down into the muck of the book graveyard. So that's going to be sweet. As far as the channel myself, what I'm doing, of course, we're going to be doing some reviews. I got this huge stack here. Oh my god. Look at this shit. These are all the books. This is all my to be reviewed. There goes that microphone again. There it goes. You knew it was going to happen. So, we got the Amaro Shadow Stalker. This is actually written. So that will probably be soon. Six Gun Samurai. The Golden Stag. Sliders. Should I even like review? See, this is the thing I'm running into is like, do I need to review Sliders? I don't know. It's just a novelization of the pilot episode. Here's one that I'm not going to review. The Golden Child. I absolutely loved it, but I didn't take any notes. So what can I don't know. What can I say about it? I could review it right here if you want. Instead of being like the movie, it is like a classic hard-boiled PI version of the movie. So it still has all the Asian culture and the folklore, right? But it's not as comedic. It's more straightforward. But it does have that comedy element of like old school Private Detective. And it was awesome. And it was different. But it was really good. And you think that once you take the Eddie Murphy out, it's going to be crappy. But no. But then when you look back on it, well, after you read this book, and you go back and watch the movie, and you see what Eddie Murphy did with it, you're like, oh, that's genius too. You know? This was written by George Chesbro, who wrote the Mongo series and the Chant, the Ninja series. So, yeah, that's my review of The Golden Child. I can take it out of my stack now, put it in with the novelizations. We got Gun Code, so I got a Western here. Here was one that I read for Halloween, Panic. This is a Halloween horror book, an 80s horror book, and it was so awesome. I really need to bump this up. I need to do this one. I got the Night Stalker. That was so good too. Yeah, see how many I got? I got so many books here. Executioner #2, Death Squad, Overkill, Norman Daniels, Shanghai Incident. You know, I got all notes for this stuff. Should I even should I write it out? Should I just bust it out? I don't know. Ninja Master #2, Mountain of Fear. This needs to be talked about because it's fucking awesome. There was a huge body count and actual ninja stuff, unlike Ninja Master 1. We got Cherry Delight, number 14. In a pinch. How could we not do a review of our Cherry Delight book? She was one of our first big hits when we started the channel, and we read Hawk #1. I gotta give the background of Hawk so everyone knows. So yeah, so I got obviously a bunch of reviews, not to mention more over there, and I'm also gonna do either a bag worthy or a what's on this shelf. I don't know. What do you guys think? You want a bag worthy? Maybe a horror bag worthy? That'd be cool. The horror bag worthies is different though because they got those big bags. They don't fit in the small bags, so I don't have as many bagged. So maybe it's more ruthless. Maybe that will make it better. I don't know. All right, so that's our plan. So what do we got on the red? First up, we got this, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna DNF it. It's getting pretty close. David Robbins' The Wrath. We're about 100 pages in of this 400-page book. I was wanting some Egyptian excitement, some mummy excitement, and man, is it boring. And it's like, God, it's just so poorly written. There's this, I don't know. There's a scene at the beginning where this guy is like flying to Egypt, and then like terrorists take over the plane, and they're like in the midst of taking over this plane, and they're hiding down in the seats, and this guy is having this conversation with the guy next to him, and he just starts like talking about his life. Like, what? In the middle of like guns being held on you? There goes that microphone again. We got microphone issues. I got a lot of issues. Microphones are one of them. And it was just dumb. And it just kept happening. Like all these weird spots. There's like a scene where they're down in the pyramid and click off some booby trap, and a giant ball rolls down the tunnel. Indiana Jones. You're just like, it's so generic, man. Come up with your own shit. And it's like 100 pages in, and like nothing. There's just not a lot of. I don't know. We might quit it. We might not. I did stop reading it, and my wife was like, why are you reading that if you hate it so much? Here, read this Hellborn that I read, and it was really good, and it's really easy and fun, and it's by Gary Brandner, who was the author of The Howling. And I did, and I read it in 2 days, and it was easy and fun. It reminded me of a 70s movie, or maybe a made-for-TV movie. It's about this demon who they summon from the Book of the Damned, this old villagers in old times, and the demon comes and rules them, and then he picks a bride, and then the bride has magic abilities and banishes the demon. Fast forward to the 80s, 70s, whenever this takes place. There she is again, the spitting image, and she's psychic, so she like sees visions of the demon, and then she sees a psychic, and then a psychiatrist, and then they're like, go move to this town, Tranquillo, California. So she moves to this beach house. It's like her like getting her life together, I guess, after this divorce and meeting all these people, and then they find the Book of the Damned and this demon coming back and inhabiting people's bodies, and it transfers bodies by having sex with them, and it was a lot of fun. It had a lot of holes in it, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I don't know. We'll probably do a review of that one. I don't know if we're gonna cut it in the line or what, but I'm trying to get my wife to come on and talk about it with me. I don't know if she wants to. We'll see. I also read The Friends of Eddie Coyle here, George V. Higgins. This was sent to me by Steve Nagin. He thought I would like it. And I said, you don't know me, dog? What do you mean you think I like it? You don't know me? And then I read it and I was like, he does. He knows me. He knows me well. So this is a really excellent book. Maybe I'm telling you, this is going to be this is going to be in the top 5. This is a crime book. Eddie Coyle is a aging syndicate affiliate, I guess. And it's about him facilitating this gun buy to these mafia guys. And I don't know, this is hard to describe because this is definitely an influence on Quentin Tarantino. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, one of the characters' names is Jackie Brown. And he sells drugs. He sells guns. Jackie Brown, a gun seller, automatics and shit, just like in the movie Jackie Brown. And this is really dialogue heavy. You put it together as through the dialogue. It's not just given to you. You're like, man, it is brilliant. This is brilliant. It made me think because it's a crime book, I felt like I was sitting in the van, listening to the tapes, the wiretaps, of these people doing their crime. That's what it feels like. And it has lots of colorful characters. This book is so good. We're going to review this one. It's kind of written, but I'm having a hard time. That was probably as much as I could say about it right there. I don't know. I also read part of my new paperback parade here. Been enjoying that. Lots of fun. Great zine. Put out by Gary Labisi. Get yourself a copy. I'll put a link down there. But some of the other stuff on my TBR, the last episode's TBR got bumped because I started Weasels Ripped My Flesh here, and I just loved it. I loved it so much. And I was wrong when I mentioned in the last video, this is not an all animals attack. Okay? This is their first release. This is their first new texture, menspulpmags.com. This is their first men's adventure the men's adventure library release. And from this point on, they would do specific collections. These are all stories about sharks. These are all horror stories. These are all war stories. These are all gang stories. But this is a buffet of men's adventure fiction. It has everything. It has the animal attacks, war stories, the horror stories, There is the gnarliest, speaking of Robert Silverberg, the gnarliest Robert Silverberg story in here. And I was just like, this might be the most brutal shit I've ever read. And I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to talk about this. But it's a big old fat honker there. So I'm not that far in, and man, I love it. It's just beautiful. We're going to talk more about it later. So that's enough of that. And then I also read before winter was over, it was like the last snow day. The Adventures in Ice, or Nightmare on Ice. Thank you. I can read. Yeah, I can read. The Pulp Adventures. This was sent to me from Eric, from Paperback Warrior. Thought I would like it. And I said, you don't know. We didn't do that joke. And he was right. I did. I loved it. It was very The Thing. Very Who Goes There. But it was different because they're, in the Antarctic, scientists in the Antarctic, there's something out in the frosty wasteland, and the guys are like drawn to it. So the guy will just one will disappear. These guys are disappearing, and they see like this green light out far away, and then all of a sudden they'll look out the window, and like the guy will be out there. He's just kind of like a zombie, like he's like, come on, beckoning the other guys. And it was so creepy. It was rad. And no happy ending, which we love. So yeah, that was effing wonderful. So our to be read is small. We're gonna do another one of these videos next week. Hopefully, we're already a week late. I'm gonna try and keep it on schedule, but I got lots of stuff to do. Obviously, we're gonna read A Morbid Taste for Bones. I have to get that, and I have to read it. It has to be done. Come on, show up. Show up, mail. Thanks a lot, Books. How are you gonna say it's from Illinois when it's not from Illinois? 20 fucking some days shipping? No. I wouldn't even get mad if I knew, if it just was said that's where it was coming from. Is it coming from Portugal? Cool. Just let me know. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, settle down. Why do you always get so angry in these videos? Because I'm angry all the time. So obviously we're going to read The Gang Girl there. And, it's only a week, but I was thinking, how about a Western? Here we got our new Marty Robbins long sleeve bootleg shirt that I made for a local record store. So I was like, hey, you know what? We're wearing the Marty Robbins. How about we read this Undertaker that we got by George Gilman, which is Terry Harknett. He wrote the Sweet and Sour Kill that was pretty high up on our list last year of favorite reads. And also, of course, he writes the Edge series, which is more famous. So I'm hoping it'll be brutal, because we don't have any Edge, but we'll read the Undertaker here. So that's our only on the TBR. Our social media shenanigans, I want to give a shout out to Brendan at Cultsickness. He's rocking our shirt. So yeah, we got shirts for sale. Did you know that? There's a link down there. It's actually in every video. I printed them myself, obviously. Screen printer. Get yourself one. Go follow Cultsickness on Instagram. He posts lots of horror, but not only horror. He's getting into the crime and stuff. He likes the genre fiction, and he's a good dude. He's from Australia, and he just moved to the States. So now he's getting all the books that he's watched from far away that I know it's a little bit harder to get in Australia. So he's getting them all, and it's cool to watch. It's fun. He's a good guy. Go follow him. Also on Instagram, I know we have other accounts. We have Twitter, we have Blue Sky. Like I said, I don't like those. I don't know how to respond to people. They're pretty pointless. I should just delete them, especially Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it's called. Fuck that guy. Anyway, also on Instagram, new account, bunch of baloney. A bunch of baloney. He's posting lots of genre fiction, rare stuff, and it's cool. And it's a new account, and everyone should go follow him because it's pretty cool. And you know how I heard about it? Because he went to our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group, and it's getting a lot of more action since that last video. It used to just be me posting, and now other people are coming on to post, including a bunch of baloney, to tell us about his Instagram account. Also posting there is the mysterious Max Dacron, posting the most rare books you've ever seen. He posted a Herschel Gordon Lewis novelization of his own movie. You don't know who Herschel Gordon Lewis is? He's the father of gore, the grandfather of gore, whatever the hell they call it, his little tagline. He kind of invented the gory movies back in the 70s. All I can think of off the top of my head is the 2000 Maniacs, when the straight people go to the hillbilly town, and there's like the bluegrass song, well, the South's gonna rise again, and then they all just get slaughtered and it's extra gory. So he's posted that, and that, I was like, wow, I didn't even know that existed, and that is awesome. YouTube, I got 2 videos to mention here, 2 videos that I enjoyed from other people posting. Did you guys know that there's a whole bunch of other book channels? To me, there's only 20. There's only like 20 book channels that exist. But I've kind of watched everyone's recent videos, and YouTube keeps showing me this other stuff, and these milquetoast motherfuckers, and it is so bad. And all they do is talk about BookTube. We're gonna talk about BookTube, people. You don't even like books, you like BookTube. That's what you're into. You ain't into books. Whatever, do whatever makes you happy. We're not hating. All right, a little bit, we were hating a little bit. On to the positivity. 2 videos. Ira, SF Words of Wonder, posted a video on bro darts. I was curious about this. I don't know anything about it. That was very helpful. Did I comment? No. I know that commenting helps the algorithm. Why don't I comment? I don't know. I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't. But Ira, that video is awesome, and everyone should go watch it. I'm gonna get some bro darts and bro up my books. Dart. And the second video is Jules Burt went to the Zardoz warehouse, something in England, and it's a vintage paperback seller with the most gigantic genre fiction sale collection I've ever seen. And I was just mesmerized, like hypnotized. That's what it is. We were hypnotized by all those spines. Man, I would love all the Badgers, all the UK books that I barely ever see. I'm just drooling. And he's like, these are like $1 or whatever their conversion rate is. Equivalent, whatever $1 is there. And yeah, great video. Go check that out. And then and then the only new release that I'm aware of came out like last month here, and it's this Sleaze Alley. This is by Peter Infantino out of Gilbert, Arizona. I used to work in Gilbert, Arizona. And this is a book collecting sleaze books. It has lots of pictures, but he goes through and it's just like he reviews them all. He read all of these tacky sleaze books. And if you've ever read sleaze books, they're usually not that exciting. So this is quite the feat he's got going on here. And I seen him post it on the Facebook, in some Facebook group, probably the Men's Adventure Facebook group. And I was like, oh man, I need to get that, but I didn't have any money and I forgot. And then Jules Burt posted a video and I was like, oh yeah, I need to get that. And then Jim from Mystery Mayhem posted a video and I was like, okay, I'm getting it already. And I had it in the cart and my wife ordered it for me. What a sweetheart. She orders me books like Sleaze Alley because she loves me. That's nice. Oh, just real quick, I forgot to mention one thing. The Cold Front books, the Cold Front reissues put out by Fathom Press are shipping out. They're done. We got this great brand new cover here by Stephen Andrade, and they are in the mail. So if you ordered one, they should already be to you or on their way. And if you haven't ordered one, now you can order one and it'll go out right away. You don't gotta wait. So it's very exciting. If you didn't watch that video, go watch it. Cold Front, Barry Hammond, out now on Fathom Press. And I guess that's about it. We're not doing our little letter gag there. I don't think it was a hit. My wife was like, it wasn't very funny. I was like, damn it. Missed. Shoot and miss, baby, shoot and miss. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll bring it back. I don't know. If you want to send us an email, you can. It's thebookgraveyard77@gmail.com. Send us a message. We would love to hear from you. And that's it. That's all I got. Tune in for the EEBS, Morbid Taste for Bones, Secret Fire channel, 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See ya.